Hey, Dr. Ben Atkins here, and over the last couple days, I have been telling you about a very special phone call that I got while I was in Mexico. Now, this was a very interesting phone call because I was let in on a very special piece of software that kind of blew me away. Now, that's saying something because of all the software that comes out, especially all the Facebook software that comes out, I am very rarely impressed. I am the kind of person and the kind of marketer that likes to run things in a very basic way, and I don't add a whole lot of software to what we're doing. However, this particular piece of software that is something that I'm going to be using hardcore over the next year, well, as long as I possibly can, because this software is absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's actually dive in. I know that you're busy and that you've got other things going, but with this software that I'm going to be putting in front of you, there's only 230 copies. The last time that this software was live for sale, it sold out in less than 2 hours. So I want to make sure I get this to you quick and you can make an informed decision. So let's get started. All right, what you're looking at right now may look like a normal Facebook page. This is a niche Facebook page that centers around pit bulls, okay? Now, what I had done in the past is I actually have my team populating this page with content. But when I got the call in Mexico, I started running the software on this page and I learned some very interesting things. I started to learn that I didn't need to use a live person to actually put content on this site. Now, that may sound a little bit crazy to you, but what I'm going to tell you is every post that has my name marked on it here with likes and shares is actually completely run by an automated software program. Okay, so you can see this one by Ben Atkins. It's got 37 likes, and it's a good post. It looks normal. And it was a machine. Now, this was one that was actually programmed in a while back by my VA. And this one does pretty good. Yeah, but they look almost identical. And look at this. This is one that was posted 4 hours ago by the software. 73 people liked this, 2 shares. This one here, 26 shares and 50 people have liked it. And it's all run by a piece of software. Okay? Now, I want to show you something that's even more powerful with this software. What you may have noticed is that on some of these pages in particular, we are actually posting up articles. Now, normally this would be a no-no because we don't want to send people off of our Facebook page, or we don't want to send people to places other than our sites. However, this is very special. Now, I did not write this article. This is actually an article that was posted on another page that we pulled to our page, which I will explain in a minute. But watch what happens when I click. When I click, it opens up a new window, and now it is leading to the actual photo page that we talked about. So there's the content that they wanted to see, but look at this above the top. It's not actually showing their stuff, it's actually showing our stuff. So this 14,000 likes that you see is the actual 14,000 that we have on our page. We've got places where they can share this on Google+, on Twitter, on Facebook. All of this stuff actually leads back to our page. If they click this, because they see it in their newsfeed and one of their friends shares it, it doesn't matter. It's going to like our page. Pretty powerful, right? Now, this is what's even more cool. Watch what happens when I go to close this window. Now, as you can see, the join the I Love My Pitbull fan club just popped up. Okay, so now it is an overlay over the top, and watch what happens when I click it. It's my super ugly opt-in page that gets insane conversions. So what's interesting about this is now other people's content, remember, we clicked from our page, which was this link, and other people's content now leads to a page on our site. We're iframing this content and we're putting an overlay, and now we have an exit pop-up that will pop up, and if they click it, it leads them to our opt-in. This is extremely powerful. Now, you may be thinking, Ben, that's cool, but where in the heck is this software pulling content from? Well, let me dive you inside of the software and show you exactly where it's pulling the content from. check this out. This is the Social Accelerator dashboard. So when we dive into this, you've got a couple different options. You've got sources, you've got Facebook apps, you've got Facebook pages, conversion rules, settings, and networks. Now, I'm only going to go over a couple, which are the ones that are the most important, but I want to show you what they do. Number one is sources, and this is where we get our content. As you can see, I am pulling content from several other Facebook pages out there. So I have picked several Facebook pages. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Facebook pages that we are now pulling content from every hour or so to post on our page. Now, that's pretty stinking amazing. We've got all these pages, and we found these pages because they post regularly, they post a lot of content, and they post good content, and we're actually pulling this content from these pages to post on our page. Now, this is what's extremely cool. I'm not programming in a timing. So I'm not having to go in and go to each of these pages and pull content and pick the content I like. The software actually decides from all of these pages what is the most important content. Let me show you what I mean. When we go into here, you can set up a very cool thing. So we can say, you know what? The only time that we want it to post content from this page, it has to have at least 35 likes on the post. Okay, or it has to have at least 10 comments on the post. So we know any post that comes from this page is already content that is proven to be a little more viral than the average content. Okay, so this is also what's cool. Not only do we get all the juice from Facebook, because each of these sources we can now tell it, hey, we want only the most viral content, but now we're also posting content on our site because all of this stuff that we've got here will show up on our site. So we also have a WordPress presence that we've got all this content, which it's going to populate the blog with content from our sources. So with this particular setup, these are all the sources. So what it does is we program these in, and we can actually do that by just adding a Facebook URL right here at the top and giving it a name so we know what it is. Okay, now this is what's even more cool. The second we do that, it goes to work. When the other pages post content, now it will post content on our pages based on what those other pages are doing. Now, if for some reason you want to go in and actually give credit to these pages, you can always go in here and actually say, this is this particular page and I want to link back. But you don't have to. Okay, so that's what we've got there. The next thing is we pick our Facebook page. So we've got all our content that we want to pull from. Now we go in and we would actually put our Facebook page URL, and we're going to put it in so we say this is the page that all of those 7 sources are posting to on autopilot. We go through a quick verification process and click save, and everything works. It's as simple as that. You pick sources on Facebook that are already posting a lot of content like yours, and it reposts it to the page that you program in here. Now the next thing is what we call conversion rules. I can go in and I can set this up and I can say, we want this to be active, and every time someone tries to leave the page, I want an exit pop that shows up like this. You saw this a couple minutes ago, and I want it to lead to this page when they actually click it. You can set the height, the width, and a couple other options here as well. So that's what we've got. That's as easy as it is to actually get auto content on your page. And then not only do you get the auto content on your page, and look at this content. This is amazing, amazing content. 58 people liked this, 28 people shared it. This was done by the Social Accelerator program. Super, super simple. It's posting stuff that already works because we pick sources that are already posting good content, and we gave it rules about what content to post. But after you set it up once, and this is the real key, after you set it up once, you don't have to touch it again. It just works for you 24/7. Okay, so you can see this content that this automated system is posting is good. We're getting a lot of likes, we're getting a lot of shares. Everything is pretty stinking awesome. Now what's even more important is when I was paying someone to do this, I could only really say, hey, I only want you to post 3 times a day, 4 times a day, because their time would get taken up over the long haul. But here's what's really, really cool. With using this along with something we call our posting system, then we actually have a post almost every hour, sometimes two every hour. And what we have found since we've done this is, of course, the more we post, the more interaction and engagement that we actually get. Okay, so here's another one, 24 shares, 41 likes. This has been running a few days, and this is the most active this page has been in a very long time, all because of the quality of content and the frequency of content that we're getting now with the Social Accelerator. So what's interesting is we're actually getting better results using this software than when we had a live person actually doing this. Okay, that's not taking anything away from anybody that posts content, but the problem with having a live person do it is they get tired and they have other things that they have to do, especially in my company. So with this software, very, very simple to set up. We got this set up in a very short amount of time. We picked our sources, we picked the pages we wanted our sources to go to, and we picked what we wanted to happen if someone clicked through the link and then actually went to the top and the exit pop came up. So this does this for all of this. You can pick pictures, you can pick news articles. Here's another news article. We pick it, watch what happens. They end up back on our site. As you can tell, this is our site. When they try to leave, they get the pop-up. If they click it, they're going to our opt-in. This could be something where the click actually takes them to a CPA offer. It could take them to an affiliate product. You can take them to anything that you want. It's so easy to set up. Now,